WrestleMania 40 is right around the corner, and with it being one of the biggest and honestly most hyped WrestleManias in a long time, I figured why not do my own predictions. Now, I also did predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver. You could find the link to that in the description. You could go look for it if you really want to go see it. I do my prediction for that as well. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the predictions. Let's go. All right, let's start out our WrestleMania predictions with a match that was made recently. We have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I'll be honest. I think most people right now don't really give a crap about this match. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a very fun match. I don't, in terms of winning, it's going to be Rey and Dragon Lee. I don't see a world where Santos and Dominic win this, even though I do think that Santos should get the win here. But I think it's going to be Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio that pick up the W here. All right, for the next match, we're going with the Final Testament versus, isn't their name the Pride? I don't know. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Man, I want so much for Karrion Kross. I like Karrion Kross a lot. I like the Final Testament a lot. It's a good name for a faction, and I want it to be a very good faction. But if I'm being logical here, I see Bobby Lashley and them probably picking up this W after what happened to get this match with the Final Testament beating the crap out of them. So I think that's going to be I think Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits win. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Because I think the Final Testament has potential to be very good if they just are given the chance, and then when they're given the chance, they execute on that chance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I'm going with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. All right, and next up, we're going with this 6-woman tag match between Damage Control and Bianca Belair, Naomi, and the WrestleMania debut of Jade Cargill. Okay, listen, hear me. I want you guys to hear me out here. I think Damage Control wins. Now, is that smart? No, because it's Jade's first pay-per-view, or not first pay-per-view, versus Mania, and that's big. But I think, now hear me out. This is just me fantasy booking here, honestly, but hear me out. When Bianca had her match with Dakota, I don't know, she was fighting a little bit more heel, and like, granted, there's animosity there, so it makes sense for her to fight a little bit more aggressive because Damage Control, she has a lot of history with Damage Control. I get that, but I feel like she was fighting a little bit more heel, and I would not be surprised, okay, if Bianca turns on the group and costs them the match to solidify her heel turn, and it will give Jade a reason to not like Bianca, and they can have a match later down the line that everyone wants to see. There's going to be history there if Bianca costs Jade her first WrestleMania win. Now I don't know if that's going to be the case. That's just me thinking and just you know, fantasy booking a little bit, but I think that could happen. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Damage Control winning because I want to be right with my theory. Sticking with tag teams, here we have the 6-pack challenge for the undisputed tag team titles. We have the New Day, we have Awesome Truth, we have the Judgment Day, DIY, New Catch Republic, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory. Now, this can be match of the weekend. Let's be honest. Look at the people in this match and think that this is going to be a bad match. You're wrong, because it's not. There's no way. There's no way on this beautiful green earth that this match isn't fucking crazy in some way, shape, or form. Now, Michael Cole on Monday did say that both belts need to be taken down for the match to finish. So I think that implies there's going to be some shenanigans where the belts get split. finally, because there's so many good tag teams right now in WWE, and tag team wrestling is probably one of the hottest things. I love tag team wrestling. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I love tag team wrestling. But I think they're going to split the belts here, and I really don't know who can win this. I wouldn't mind anyone winning this. My guess, if I have to pick a winner, if I'm going solely based off one winner, I want it to be DIY. I think it's about time. I think it's bound to happen. I think it should happen. I think DIY deserve it personally, but that's just me speaking. I'm very biased. I love Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, but if I had to pick them splitting and if two teams won, we're going off just off that theory, DIY, and I think the Judgment Day again. I think they were doing change. I don't know. I think we're going to see the downfall of Judgment Day over this weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the only one that's going to retain her belt, well, spoiler, but I think it's going to be Rhea who wins. But I will go over that more when I get to that. But yeah, if I have to pick one winner though, I want it to be DIY. So that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know why it looks like it's snowing on AJ Styles in this picture, but I digress. All right, we have LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Now, plain and simple, I'm just going to go and say that LA Knight is winning this. I think, you know, his rise, I think it's still rising. I still think he's pretty well over, and the LA Knight, yeah, will be very, very, very fun at Mania. I think it's going to be very loud, and I'm excited to hear it. Now, I think a lot of people are down on this match and like don't think it's going to be good. It's AJ Styles. LA Knight isn't a slouch in the ring. I think AJ Styles is still one of, if not one of the best in the world at what he does still. But it is to be said that a lot of his Mania matches in his career in WWE haven't been that great. But I also think that's just expectations, because it's AJ Styles. We expect so much, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't always happen, and that's okay. I think that's a lot of our fault, you know, just us hyping it up in our heads. I think we do that a lot when it comes to wrestling or anything in life, you know what I'm saying? I think we hype it up and it doesn't live up to our expectations, and we're like, well, that was shitty. But I think this will be a pretty solid match with LA Knight going over, and I think this will be the stepping stone for him going and winning a championship this year, whether that's the US, Intercontinental, I don't know, but I think he's getting a belt this year for sure, probably as soon as SummerSlam, if I'm honest. But yeah, we're going with LA Knight. Now this is a match I'm excited for. We have Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Now, it's hard to say. This one's hard to say. I want it to be Jey. I think it will be Jey. My prediction is that it's Jey Uso, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy won. What can you say about the Bloodline storyline over the last what feels like 400 years? This match is going to be awesome. I think there's going to be a lot of super kicks, you know, a lot of super kicks are going to be thrown at this match, but I think this is going to be very cool to see them go against each other. I think it's going to be quite the moment. I'm excited for this one, and I think it's probably going to be an opener. I would assume so, because this is going to be pretty hype. I think Jay's entrance alone will be awesome to hype up the crowd for the day, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to go with Jay. Okay, let's get into some championship matches, shall we? The US Championship. We got Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Now, if you know me at all, you know I love Kevin Owens. I love that man so much, so much. So I'm biased when I say that Kevin Owens is winning. But if we're being logical, it's probably, I assume it's going to be Logan going over here. But also, man, seeing Randy win a belt at Mania again would be fucking sick. It would be. Because, you know, he's back. And I also love Randy Orton. One of the best, one of the greatest of all time. This one's hard because I really want Kevin Owens to win, because he's one of my favorites. But if I'm speaking logically, I think Logan Paul's gonna somehow retain and probably go into a feud with LA Knight for that belt. I think that's in the cards. I think that would be a very fun feud. But we will see. But I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens. I'm going with Kevin Owens. Going with my heart. Kevin Owens will win. He'll win every belt. The Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther and Sami Zayn. Okay. This one's interesting because I don't think that Gunther's losing. I think Gunther is holding that belt for a while longer. So that's who I'm picking to win, Gunther. But man, wouldn't it be fucking cool if Sami won? You know, I think Sami deserves it. I think Sami had such a fucking awesome run with the Bloodline, and then last year's Mania winning the tag titles in the main event, which was such an awesome match. I would love for Sami to win. I do think Chad Gable is going to play a part here, in which I don't know, but I think Chad Gable is going to do something in this match, whether that's to help Sami win so Gunther finally loses, or maybe he betrays Sami. But I'm going with Gunther here. I think it's safe to say that Gunther is going to keep that belt for a little bit longer. Next up, we have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the WWE World Women's Championship. I think Rhea wins here. I think Rhea's going to retain. I think her reign can be a little bit longer and still be nice. And I don't think Becky really needs the win. I mean, Becky is so over always, and I don't think she needs a win. I think they're gonna have a good match and maybe a rematch in some way, shape, or form, but I don't think Becky is going to win. I think they're going to keep the belt on Rhea. I think Rhea is going to be very mad when everyone else around her in Judgment Day loses their matches, which will sow the seeds for them potentially breaking up. I think there's been, you know, shit going on TV with the Judgment Day, and it seems like things are a little rocky. So I'm thinking maybe they're planting the seeds for them to, you know, eventually break up sometime this year, which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but who knows for sure. I'm gonna go with Rhea here though. I like Rhea a lot, and I think her reign can go a little bit longer and be okay, and that's okay. And now let's go with the WWE Women's Championship with Io Shirai versus Bayley. Now I'm gonna say it right now, I want Bayley to win. I love Io Shirai. I love Damage Control. Damage Control is one of my favorite factions, but I think it's time. All right, Bayley deserves this win so much, man. So much. Carried quite a bit in the pandemic era, and she's just been so good consistently for years now, and finally getting a one-on-one at Mania for a belt. And I think the pop for her winning would be insane. I want her to win really bad. I think it would be very cool to see her win at Mania after all these years. I'm curious of how babyface she's planning on going. Like, if she comes out with some Bayley buddies at Mania, I'm losing my mind. I don't know, man. She got the fucking ponytail back, the side pony, brother. It'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Bayley. I think Bayley is going to pick up the win here, but I don't think it'll be the last time these two face each other this year for sure. I think there's still more that's going on, that's gonna go on between Damage Control and Bayley. And I think in my head it might lead to Bayley making another faction, but I don't think I don't think it's a good idea to put Bayley in another faction right away. I don't know. I think Bayley and Dakota Kai are gonna fight for the belt sometime this year. Quote me on that. I think they're gonna fight for the belt sometime this year, but I'm going with Bayley. And next up, we have Seth frickin' Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm excited for this match, but it makes me sad to say that I'm pretty sure Drew is winning this. I mean, if we're being real, Drew has been doing some of the best heel work in the company, in wrestling right now, honestly, especially on social media. And we don't know his whole, you know, there's a whole like contract stuff that not getting into all that shit. But I think Drew wins here, especially with Clash at the Castle being in Scotland this year. I think he's going in with the belt 100%. I think 100% he's going in with that belt. And I think he's gonna hold on to it for quite a bit. I think he can have some fucking great feuds. I think if he wins this belt, if he wins and beats Seth and Gunther loses, I think Gunther versus Drew at Clash at the Castle. Oh my god. Please give it to me right now. But I'm gonna go with Drew here. And it makes me sad because I like Seth as a champion. I think Seth has been so good with that belt. I think putting the belt on him made the most sense, and it would definitely elevated it very quickly because Seth has so many good matches with so many people. So yeah, but I'm gonna go with Drew winning at Mania. All right, and next up is the big tag match, the big old tag match between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline, Roman Reigns and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I don't think Rock is losing the first match he's had in 8 years. I think it's been. I don't think he's losing. I think the way they win will be interesting. I think the match between this match and the Universal title match is gonna be fucking insane. Cinema, as people like to say, absolute cinema. I think Rock and Roman win here, so it's Bloodline rules for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, just because I think there's going to be so many fucking shenanigans at play during that main event of night 2 that it's going to be absolutely insane. I feel like they have the potential to overbook it in like so many ways, and I want that so bad because I feel like this whole thing has just been so crazy. The Rock has been really good. The heel work he's been doing, you know. Roman, always a big Roman fan. I think Roman's great. Seth and Cody have been looking like great baby faces, especially Cody. So I think Rock and Roman win this, so it's Bloodline rules, which will just make the stakes even higher for Cody and mean so much more going into the night 2 main event when Cody eventually wins. Okay, because that's what's going to happen. All right, we might as well just get it up right now. Cody versus Roman. Cody's winning. Okay, he has to fucking win. No ifs ands buts about it. He has to win. Man, listen, I love Roman, don't get me wrong. The tribal chief, you know, you can't see it. I'm holding my finger up in the air right now. I love Roman, but Cody should have won last year, and it's crazy that he didn't win last year. Now, I feel like if you do not pull the trigger and let Cody win this year, it's going to hurt Cody. Not like, I don't think it's going to hurt Cody. I think Cody is such a good babyface. I don't think his popularity is going anywhere, but I think it'll hurt Cody a lot that they won't give, like, he won't win the belt. And I think we just need it, man. This is like a new era, you know. The people are calling it like the Renaissance era. I don't know about all that shit, but this is such a new era. Wrestling is the hottest it's been in so many years, and I think with Triple H at the helm, that Cody should win this belt, because I feel like it's an actual, like, we are in this Triple H era. I feel like Roman is being champion still, while still such a part of the Triple H era, feels like he's still we're still in that era, you know what I mean? So in that era, you know. So I feel like Cody winning this will feel like such a big moment, because it'll be like, it will really feel like a new era. WrestleMania 40, like the 40th WrestleMania, the man who's held this belt for 1,300 days finally loses to one of, if not the biggest baby faces in all of wrestling right now. And I think that would be freaking awesome. And I hope they go with that. And I hope Cody wins. No, not even hope. It's happening. He's winning. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Cody is winning. I love you, Roman. I do. But I think Cody is going to walk away the champion at the end of night 2. And that is going to do it for my WrestleMania predictions. I'm so excited for WrestleMania. I'm excited for Mania weekend in general. I know I haven't been making wrestling content on this channel, but I've been watching wrestling for like 20 years. Like, granted, on and off, but I love wrestling, and wrestling has really just helped me out a lot in my life when bad times and all stuff. So I'm really excited to hopefully get to make more content on wrestling in the future and see how this Mania weekend's gonna go, you know. Thank you so much for watching. If you took the time to watch, I will be tweeting about WrestleMania all weekend. So if you want to follow me on Twitter to follow along on my reactions live, basically during the shows, that would be a good idea. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I would like to do more predictions in the future if maybe people want to see that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.